Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the third day, our final day of the Lightings Coaching Boot Camp. This is day 3, and we are wrapping up today. I hope we've all learned a couple of things. So we have Coach Rachael today. She's a certified teen and adolescent coach. She's a behavioral and leadership coach. Yes, and she's also an author. She has written 3 books for teenagers: Sex Education, Dear Teens Arise, and The Right Love. Okay, so she's going to be taking us today on goal setting. If you don't set goals, you can't prepare very well for school and in life in general. You need to set those goals. So Coach Rachel is going to be taking us on that, and we'll be having another session, which I will take after our session. I'll be taking you on using emotional intelligence to manage distractions and time. So join me as we welcome Coach Rachel. Can I have a clap emoji from you all? Thank you. Over to you, Coach Rachel.
Thank you so much, Coach Daniela. Good evening, Josiah. Good evening, Joy. Good evening, Ethan. Good evening, every other person that is on this call. You are all highly welcome, and thank you for showing up for today's session. How has it been with all the other speakers? I hope and I know that you've been gaining a whole lot. I hope you're with your pen and paper. All right, we want to see how you can be equipped for life. And if you want to be equipped for life, it is a deliberate thing. It is not a mistake. It is not, you don't stumble into it. It is something that you have to be deliberate about. Like you have to be intentional about being equipped for life. Now, being equipped for life is your decision to make, because in the journey of life, many people just stumble along, like they don't even know their next step. They don't even know the next thing that it is they want to do with themselves, with their life. So if you do not set goals, goal setting is very, very important, because if you don't know where you are going, your journey will be very long. If you don't know where you are going, your journey is going to be very, very long. So in order for you to be focused, in order for you to be directed, in order for you to zone in on your target, you need to set goals. That is what will help you to be equipped for life. Any other thing that you are doing, if you don't set goals, if you're not intentional about setting goals, you are just doing guesswork, and you are just stumbling along in the journey of life. Now, in my work with teenagers, I realized that sometimes so many teenagers, when I ask them, what do you want to become in life? They say, I don't know.
Oh my God.
Many of them say, I don't know, because they've not taken the time to sit down and craft out their journey. They are just, many of them, it's what their parents told them that they are still following. They've not mapped out a map, a journey for their own life. And that is what this seminar is going to help you to do, because we are looking at how you can be equipped for life, not just short-term equipment, but long-term equipping you for life. All right, goal setting. Goal setting, like I've already said, it is very, very important. Now, there are different kinds of goals that you can set so that you can get to your destination. There are different kinds of goals that you need to set. You can set academic goals, right? You can set spiritual goals. You can set behavioral goals. You can set all sorts of goals. You can set career goals. You can set study goals. So any kind of goal, just name it, you can set those goals. Now, the difference between you and somebody that did not set any goal is that you are going to be more focused. So goal setting, what it does is that it helps you to be very, very focused. Like you have a target and you aim at it and you shoot. That is what goal setting does for you. It eliminates guesswork. It eliminates mistakes and errors. It reduces them. Not that you will not make mistakes, not that you will not make errors, but it reduces the mistakes and the errors that you are going to be making in your journey of life. So you can set short-term goals, you can set long-term goals, you can set medium-term goals. Just make sure you are setting goals. That's the That's the main point of the matter. Make sure that at every point in time, you are setting a goal in every area of your life. Leadership and behavioral goals. That is what we are talking about. Okay? So you need to set goals to make your journey clear-cut. Now, the goals you are going to be setting, your goals need to be smart. What do I mean by smart goals? So SMART. SMART. S means your goal has to be specific. Specific. M means your goal has to be measurable. A means your goal has to be attainable or achievable. R means your goals have to be realistic. And T means your goals have to be time bound. T for time bound. What do I mean by all this? Now, S means specific. So you need to name that goal that you are setting. What is the name that I'm setting? What do I want to achieve with this goal that I'm setting? That is the S. All right. Specifically, I want to perform better this academic term that is going to resume in a few weeks' time that we are equipping you for. I want to be better in English language. I want to perform better in mathematics. I want to be better. I want to become the top. I want to be among the top 3 students in my class. Those are all goals that you can set. Those are all goals. They are specific, like the goal has a name, and you are specific. This is what I want. So you see that goal is very direct, very straightforward, and very specific. So your goal, that S, is for specific. Your goal has to be specific. Then the M means it is measurable. What do I measure this goal by? How do I know that my performance in English language has improved? How do I know? It is by when I see my scores, I will be able to know that my performance has increased or my performance has improved when I see my scores. All right. Now, your goal has to be measurable. That is the M. How do I measure this goal? It is by knowing that, okay, at the end of, by each test that I take for this term, I will be able to know if I scored, maybe last time, all my tests, I was scoring 6/10, 5/10. So this time, when I study harder, because I have a goal, I can now start scoring 8/10 and 10/10, 9/10. So this, I am measuring. My goal is, I can measure it. So it is very clear that I can measure this goal and I can see my performance. That is the M that we are talking about. Then the A means achievable. So goal needs to be achievable. So if I say I want to improve my performance in mathematics, for instance, is it achievable? Of course. If I study harder, if I put in effort, if I put in my best, if I tackle it head on, it is achievable. So that is the A. So you don't set unrealistic goals. Then the next goal that we can set is the R. R means realistic. So your goals, are they realistic? All these things I've said now, the example I'm giving with using mathematics as an example, it is realistic if I work towards this goal. It's very realistic. Then the T means it is time bound. Time bound means by the end of this term, but by the end of this coming term, I should be able to achieve this goal that I've set for myself. It is time bound. It is not an unrealistic goal. It is a very clear goal that I have set for myself. So that means you have to set smart goals. Now, what you can see on your screen are the leadership goals that you can set. What are the leadership goals? We know who a leader is. A leader is somebody that takes charge. A leader is someone that can influence people. That is who a leader is. Now, you need to set leadership goals. If you know that you want to be equipped for life, you set leadership goals. Number one is that you need to be proactive. What do I mean by that? Like, you need to take the initiative. Don't just stay there and be waiting to be told what to do. So as a leader, take charge. So you are in the house and things are going wrong and you're waiting to be told. Some of us, even when they tell us what that needs to be done, we will still not do it. That is not the quality of a leader. You need to set leadership goals. You need other leadership goals that you can set. You can see them on your screen. I don't need to go through them again. Remember that any goal you set has to be smart, it has to be specific, it has to be measurable, it has to be achievable, it has to be realistic, and it has to be time bound. Another example of goals that you can set are behavioral goals. What do I mean by that? How do you behave? When you sit down and you check yourself, is your behavior okay? Is it normal? Is your behavior fine? Are you behaving like the leader that you are? Are you behaving like someone that is supposed to be equipped for life? Are you behaving like the future self that you want to see? Are you behaving like the leader that you are? Behavioral goals, you set them. So you check your life. What are those areas that people are always complaining about me? What are those behaviors that I have that are not good enough? What are those behaviors that I have that I need to change? Is it lying? Is it cheating? Is it gossiping? Whatever. Is it too much screen time? What are those behaviors of mine that I need to change? They all fall under this behavioral goal. So you need to set behavioral goals. You can see them on your screen already. All right. Now, there are certain factors that will stop you from achieving all these beautiful goals that we can set. Remember where we started from, that you can set spiritual goals. I want to be studying my Bible daily. That is a goal. I want to be memorizing one Bible verse per week. That is a goal. That is a spiritual goal. You can set academic goals, just like the instance that I gave. You can set leadership goals. I want to be more like a leader. Any kind of goal, you can set them. Now, remember that you are being equipped for life and you are going back to school. Now, you can set goals as your school is about to resume. What do I want to become in this coming academic session? Which areas of my life do I want to work on? Where do I want to improve on? All those are goals that you can set, but there are some things that will stop you. Number one is laziness. Number two, procrastination. That means postponing things, not doing things at the right time. Number three is self-doubt. Some people have low self-esteem. So even when they set goals, they don't believe they can achieve them. Okay, for instance, you are going back to school and you've set the goal that, oh, I'm going to be the best student in my class this time. But because of low self-esteem, you will not even believe in yourself. Now tell me, if you don't believe in yourself, who do you want to believe in you? Who is going to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself? So don't doubt yourself. When you set the goal, the next thing you can do is to walk towards that goal. Don't doubt yourself. Believe that you can do it and you will achieve it. Number four is on seriousness, not taking things seriously. It can stop you. And number five is bad attitude. So all these things can stop you. There are so many things that can stop you, but I just gave a few of them. Do you understand? Now, what are those things that can help you in achieving your goals? Number one is determination. Determine, believe that you can achieve this thing. Number two is self-belief. Just believe in yourself. When you believe it, you are halfway there. When you believe in yourself, you are halfway there. Number three is hard work. There is nothing you can achieve if you are lazy. There's nothing you can achieve if you don't put in the effort. That is where hard work comes in. You need to be hard working. Number four is consistency. Don't study to, okay, I want to become the best in my class, or among the top 3 in my class, or among the top 5 in my class, or even among the top 10 in my class, whatever the goal it is that you have set. Now, be consistent. Now that I've set this goal, am I going to study today and I will not study tomorrow? No, that is not consistency. How do you study? You keep studying until you achieve that goal. Keep studying until you achieve that goal. That is consistency. And number 5 is faith. You need to have faith in yourself, just like believing in yourself. Have faith in yourself. That is one. Have faith in God. That is also very important. Believe in God. Put God first in whatever it is that you are doing, because you know that without God, you cannot achieve much. So always put God first in whatever it is that you are trying to achieve. Remember where we started from. We gave the kind of goals that you can set. We said you can set long-term goals. You can set short-term goals. Now, school is about to resume in a few weeks' time. You can set short-term goals and you can set long-term goals. We also mentioned the different kinds of goals that you can set, the different categories of goals that you can set. All right. We said you can set academic goals, you can set leadership goals, you can set spiritual goals, you can set whatever kind of goal that other different kinds of goals that you can set. All right. And we say you can set short term, medium term, long term goals. You can set weekly goals. You can set daily goals. I want to tidy up my room daily. That is a goal. I want it to be that when I wake up every morning, I make my bed. That is a goal. I want it to be that before I sleep every day, I must read my Bible. That is a goal. Those are daily goals that you can set. You can set daily goals. You can set weekly goals. You can set monthly goals. You can set yearly goals. It depends on you. Now, whatever goal you set has to be smart. We have already said that. And whatever goal you set, make sure you write it down, because sometimes you can forget. But when you write it somewhere, and when you write it, put it where you can always see it. Okay? You can paste it on the wall of your room, or on your door, or something, anywhere, or at the back of a note that you know that you can see all the time. You put it there so that you'll be able to remember all the time, because you might think you will remember and you may not remember. So write down your goals. When you write down your goals, it makes it clearer and it helps you to stay consistent. Another thing that will help you with your goals is that you need to have an accountability partner. All right, who is an accountability partner? That is somebody that will keep you, that will make you answer for those goals that you have set. For instance, if I say that I want to become among the top 3 in my class, or the best student in my class, I need to tell maybe my mom or my dad or my best friend, and I'll tell them this is what I want to achieve this term. Why am I telling them? So that when they see that I'm lagging behind, they can remind you, are you not the one that said you want to be the top student in your class? Is this how you are going to achieve it? So they can keep you accountable. They can help you with your consistency. They will always remind you, because sometimes you might forget, and they will help you. They will be on your case. Have you studied today? Have you read your Bible today? Have you prayed today? Have you made your bed today? Have you tidied up your room today? All these things, all these questions, they will be asking you to keep you in check. So an accountability partner, and it has to be someone that you can trust. Do you understand? So get an accountability partner. An accountability partner can even be your teacher or your mentor, anybody. All right. So that will help you in achieving your goals. Now, when you set all these your goals, it is now in your hands. Who is going to achieve these goals? It is you that is going to achieve these goals. It is you that is going to, remember, you are being equipped for life. When you achieve your goals, you become a better human being, you become a better teenager, you become a better person. And you can look back and say, oh, I thank God I set those goals. There are some of us that don't read books, right? We don't enjoy reading. But when you set goals, it will help you to read. It will help you to enjoy reading. Like, it will help you to read no matter what. All right, if we know about the story of Ben Carson, who is the popular and the famous neurosurgeon. If you know about Ben Carson, let me see you type in the comment section, I know about him. All right, how many of us know about Ben Carson? So just type I do. So Ben Carson, and thank you very much. Thank you very much. So when Ben Carson, in his early life, when he was younger, thank you very much, Ethan. When he was younger, he didn't like studying. He didn't enjoy studying. But all of his mom was his accountability partner. Thank you very much, Joy. So his mom forced him to start reading. His mom made it a law that you must read 2 books per week. So for someone that does not enjoy reading, imagine forcing that person and making it a law that you must read 2 books per week. And at first, Ben Carson was complaining that, oh, but he knew that he couldn't escape because his mom was very strict. So he had no choice but to start. And when he started, at the end of the day, all of us are celebrating Ben Carson today because he's a topmost neurosurgeon in the entire world. Do you understand? So setting goals and achieving them. Now you can read, you can study, you can achieve your goals, you can be a better person, just like Ben Carson. You can be better. Goals help you to become better and become equipped for life. Are we together? All right, so you become better in whatever it is that you are doing. Now I'm rounding up. Thank you so much. If you have questions, now will be a good time for me to hear your questions. You can unmute and speak, or you can type your question. Thank you so much for having me today. Do we have any question?
Please, I want to add a contribution. My discipline can be an aid in achieving our goals. I feel like it's supposed to be number one, Seth. Josiah.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, discipline is very, very important, and you are very, very correct. So discipline is being summed up under determination and consistency and hard work. They all make up discipline. Do you understand? So I didn't want to pack all the points into one. That is why I split them.
Oh, wow, Josiah. Thank you. You've been the most active from day one to today. So you have one of Coach Rachel's book. I'll send it to you. Get things arise. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you, Coach Rachel, for today's session. So can we tell Coach Rachel, thank you. Can unmute?
Thank you.
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you, Ma.
Thank you,
Thank you, Ma.
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you, Ma.
Thank you, Ma.
Thank
All
you,
right. Thank
everyone.
you, Coach
Thank you
Rachel.
for
Yeah.
having me. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Okay, so we're going into the next section. Right now, I want to talk about handling distractions and managing your time effectively using emotional intelligence. So adolescent is a phase when you're trying to figure out who you are, you're trying to understand why you're on earth, you're growing, your emotions are everywhere. The thinking part of your brain, part of the brain used in reasoning, it's called prefrontal cortex, and it doesn't develop until you're 25 years. Is anybody aware? Has anybody heard that? The emotional part of your brain is more developed. It is called the amygdala. That is the part of your brain that is more developed. That's why teenagers are prone to taking high, risky behavior. They don't even think before they do things. They're very impulsive. Yes, that's because they are being controlled by their emotions. So we have to understand that we should be emotionally intelligent, and we can use that to undo distractions and manage our time. If you don't manage your time effectively, you can't achieve your goals. Yes, you can't become that person that you want to become. You have to learn how to handle distractions. All right. Can you see my slide?
Yes, Ma.
So we want to talk about how you can use emotional intelligence to undo distractions and manage your time. Okay, what is emotional intelligence? Simply put, emotional intelligence is understanding your emotions, recognizing your emotions, and understanding and managing the emotions of other people. So we have different aspects of emotional intelligence. What are they? We have self-awareness. Self-awareness means having an understanding of your emotions. What are emotions? When we talk about emotions, what do we mean by that?
My emotions is a state. It's a state of feeling. Emotions is normal. Everybody has emotions in them. It's a feeling. Like example, happiness, sadness, they're all emotions.
Oh, very beautiful. Thank you, Josiah. Emotions are feelings, the state of feeling, like Josiah said. Happiness, sadness, anxiety, fear, cry, all those things, they are emotions. And our emotions are valid. Yes. You can't say, oh, some people want to pretend, I don't want to cry, I don't want to be angry. No, our emotions are valid. We are all humans. God created us that way. He created us with emotions, and our emotions are valid. But we have to understand our emotions. Name your emotions, like, how do I feel right now? I feel like I'm scared. I feel very happy. It is important you understand how you're feeling. That is being self-aware. Understand your emotions, knowing your emotions. How do I feel right now? I am happy. How do I feel right now? I am sad. I'm scared. Some people, when you ask them, how are you feeling? I don't know. That is not emotional intelligence. You have to be aware of your emotions. Yes. So knowing your emotions, that is self-awareness, part of you being emotionally intelligent. The next one is self-regulation, controlling impulses. I said earlier that preteens, teenagers, adolescents as a whole, they are very impulsive. Every small thing, they are quick to react. That is being impulsive. So being able to control your impulse, that is self-control. You have self-control over your emotions. Yes, our emotions are valid, but you have to control your emotions. Your emotions should not be here and there, everywhere. You are crying, you are sad, so you want to throw tantrums, you want to break things, scatter things because you are angry. No. For you to be an emotionally intelligent preteen, teenager, or an adolescent, you have to have self-control. Yes, manage your emotions. Think before you react. Think before you act. Have self-control. That is also the fruit of the spirit, self-control. Then empathy, understanding others' feelings. Some people, we are not empathetic at all. A lot of teenagers, you don't care about the next person's feeling. It is me, myself, and I. Everything, me, myself, and I. No, life is not that way. You have to be empathetic. An emotionally intelligent teen or preteen is empathetic. Think about how the next person would feel before you throw out some words, before you say something, before you act a particular way. Think about the next person's feeling. Some people don't care about the next person, but no, you have to be empathetic. That's understanding how other people feel. Their motivation, that's part of you being emotionally intelligent. Staying driven, what drives you? When I took the purpose class, I was like, I'm motivated. Like this, talking to teenagers, coaching them, it drives me. Like I just can't wait for the next day so that I can do some things, put my contents out there. Yeah, giving coaching tips and all. And this program, I've been looking forward to it. Yes. What drives you? That's part of you being emotionally intelligent. And the last one, social skills, building healthy relationships. An emotionally intelligent teenager or a preteen would build healthy relationships. You won't stay with negative friends, toxic people that don't even care about your progress, that don't even care about how you're feeling, that will not even improve your life. They don't support you. They always bring you down. You have to surround yourself with the right people. We did counseling in our church. Funny enough, the set of teenagers I counseled that day, everybody that was coming to me that day, it was friendship, friendship, friendship. This period, it is when you form
Ma, can I ask you a
friendship.
question?
Okay.
Ma, what if the person acts like your friend to you, then now stabs you at the back? What do you do?
What do you do? A lot of backstabbers. If you don't know, but when you get to find out, first of all, you to have a conversation with the person. If you know that that person is not a good friend, cut off. When I mean cut off, not like you keep malice with the person. You don't need a toxic friend around you. There are a lot of pretenders. Yes. They'll act cool when you're there together, but they go behind you. Yes, and say all sort of things. Cut out from that person. Not like you keep malice. You don't need negative people around you. A friend that backstabs you, a friend that talks behind you, that is no friend. That's a negative friend. So when you find out that your friend has been like that, what you do, you stay away from such friends just because they're, hi, hello. You don't have anything to talk about. You don't share the same values. Because you as a person, if you cannot do that, then why should you have such friends? That's why values is very important. What are your values? Checklist. When you don't see that same values in your friend, then stay off. People are different, but values bring people together. Yes, because you have different upbringings and all, people are different, but a friend that does not have value, the right values, you have to cut off from that person. Does that answer your question?
Yes, ma. Thank you, ma.
All right. So when you're emotionally intelligent, you have healthy friendships. Okay. Some common distractions for teenagers: social media, friends, notifications. Some of us, we are here, but we are pressing our phones. We are doing another thing. We are distracted. We can't stay focused in the class. Social media, you can be saying you're listening, but you're pressing your phone. Notifications are coming in. Notification is a form of distraction. Me too, as an adult, yeah, we want to check out. We just say, "Pim." We want to check who has sent me a message, who has sent me. Those are distractions. Those are distractions. Turn off your notifications. Turn them off when you have serious event, when you have exams and all that thing, when you want to study. Turn off those notifications. And you wake up in the morning, you've not even prayed. The next thing, you're checking your phone. If you have a WhatsApp message, you want to check how many notifications, how many likes have you gotten, how many followers have you gotten for the day. No, be able to control yourself. Social media, use it as a positive tool. Don't allow social media to use you. Use social media for positivity, to shine your light. Friends, I just talked about friendship. Those are distractions. In the class, instead of you to be listening to what they are saying, your friend wants to chit chat. Your friend wants to talk. You say it politely, please. Can we talk later after class? Yes, you have to stay focused. Leave chit chatting, leave your friends. When there's time for everything, there's time for play, there is time for reading, there is time for chores. When you have chores to do and your friend is calling you, you want to gist, oh, big brother is going on, oh, what's happening? Want to hear the latest news and all that. No, there is time for everything. So friends are a big part of distractions. Yeah, they're emotional triggers like anxiety, boredom, stress. When you're stressed, it makes you not to be able to stay focused. You will not be focused when you're stressed. When you're anxious, you won't be focused. Yes. And when you're bored, you can't stay focused. You'll be thinking of what to do. Yes, boredom makes you lose focus. Instead of you to think of something productive to do, you want to, let me just call my friend and you just for 30 minutes. When you're stressed, academical stress, when you're anxious, oh, I don't want to, my exam, I find it difficult to study. The next thing, I think, let me just use social media to pass time. You're using it to pass time. All those things are distractions. Emotions, your emotions can create distractions for you as well. So how do we manage distractions? Using emotional intelligence. Recognize emotions that trigger distractions. I just talked about stress, anxiety, boredom. So another way you can use emotional intelligence to handle distraction: pause and reflect before reacting. Like I said, teenagers, preteens, adolescents, they are prone to getting angry. They're very impulsive. They don't think before reacting. Yes, it's as a result of your brain, but you have to practice emotional intelligence. Even if your brain is getting the best part of you, you pause, reflect, pause before reacting. Do not be very impulsive. Every little thing you want to react. No, pause and take some time before you react. Yes. So if you're feeling sad, if you're anxious and you're thinking of doing the wrong thing at the right time, take a moment and think of it this way. Do I need to do this? Okay, I'm anxious, but I need to study for my exam. Take a moment to reflect. Think of the right thing to do. Not because I am anxious, then I should look for other things to distract myself and I should not read and study for my exams. No, pause and think before you engage in that thing. Use self-control to refocus attention. When you pause and think and reflect that, no, can I do this? Then self-control, control yourself. Then this brings back your attention. It makes you stay focused again. It takes you back to where you were. And it is important for you to recognize your emotions. How am I feeling right now? Am I sad? Am I afraid? Am I anxious? Am I depressed? Okay, if I'm feeling this way, what do I do right now? Should I still study for my exam? Should I still do these chores in the house? Should I still do this? Think and control yourself, not to throw tantrums if you're angry, not to do anything other than the right thing you're supposed to do. When you control yourself, it takes you back to being focused and being attentive. So this is some ways you can use emotional intelligence to undo distractions. And the next one, How can you use it to manage your time? Sorry, this is a mistake. I don't know what happened. What I wrote is not there. So what I wrote is that be aware. So use self-awareness to understand that there is a time for everything. Be aware of your emotions. Like, no, I need to use my time properly. I am aware that this is the right thing to do right now. Yes. Then motivations. You use motivations to achieve your goals. What drives you? What brings out the spark in you? When you're motivated, it will help you to manage your time properly. A lot of teenagers struggle with lack of motivation. Nothing motivates them. They wake up and they are tired of life, God, because they don't have a sense of purpose. They don't have direction. When you have a sense of purpose, it motivates you. So, and that's the part of emotional intelligence. When you are motivated, it helps you to be able to use your time effectively. It makes you to be able to set goals. We just talk about goal setting. You know, when you wake up, you plan your goals every day. What am I going to do tomorrow? You set smart goals that are specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. I want to achieve this time. I want to achieve this month. So staying motivated helps you to set goals and manage your time effectively. Yes, that's what it does for you. Yes. Then also self-regulation. You are able to regulate your emotions and say, no, this is what I should be doing. There is a time for everything. No matter how I'm sad, I need to use this time to read my book. No matter how anxious I feel about my upcoming exam, I need to use this time to study. Yes, that is it. That's how emotional intelligence helps you to manage your time. So practical strategies. What are those things that you have to start doing? Practice mindfulness and emotional check-ins. When I talk about mindfulness, being present, sometimes our minds, take us to the past. We're in the class. We're in the class and we're not listening to what they're even saying. We are here talking to, so maybe our parent is talking to us, but we are not even there. We are distracted. Our mind takes us to the past, takes us to the future. We are anxious about going to school. So practice mindfulness, meaning you have to control yourself to stay present when you're learning or when you're having conversations with your parents. Yes, you practice mindfulness. Be present. Learn how to guide your mind. Learn how to guide your thoughts. It will help you to stay focused. No, 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 no. Just snap out of all those things you're thinking about and stay focused so you get the best out of your new academic session. You have to stay focused. And emotional check-ins. How am I feeling? I've mentioned that. Check in with your emotions regularly. Have a journal, have a diary, write your emotions down. I'm feeling this today. Or tell yourself, no, I can't continue like this. If I continue like this, I won't get the best of school today. I won't get the best of school this year, like that. Yes, so emotional check-ins, check your emotions and practice mindfulness. Create distraction-free study zones. When you're learning, create an environment that is free of distractions. Create an environment that is free of distractions. You cannot be learning. I know some of us are distracted right now. You cannot be learning and you're doing something else. You cannot be in the class, you're learning and you're chit-chatting. When there's time for everything. When you want to study, for you to excel in school, you have to create that time to study and let it be a distraction-free zone. Stay away from distractions. That is how you can study effectively. Break tasks into smaller steps. Don't overwhelm yourself with big goals. Don't overwhelm yourself with activities that you cannot even accomplish. That big goals that you have, we talk about goal setting. That big goals you have, break it into smaller steps. You can break it into smaller steps. Oh, I want to achieve this month. Okay, what do I need to start doing? Let me start by and planning time that I would use and study. After lectures, every evening after school, from 6 o'clock to 6:30, I will study. This is my study time. From 5 o'clock to this, I would do the house chores. Time yourself. So that's some practical ways you can use to manage your time and undo distractions. So let's look at these studies. I talked about Jane. She's preparing for tests and turns off her phone notifications. When you're preparing for your exam, turn off your notifications, your phone, for those of us that have phones, because you'll be tempted. You'll be tempted to want to reply to those messages. You'll be tempted to want to see if you have a new like. You'll be tempted to see if you have new followers. So turn off those notifications. This was what Jane did when she wanted to prepare for a test. She turned off her notifications. Peter practices deep breathing to calm anxiety. Deep breathing technique. If you're anxious, stay at a place and breathe. Just breathe in, breathe out. It calms your anxiety. It will make you not to be anxious. If you're anxious about writing exam, going for a program, doing something, practice deep breathing. So this other person uses focus 25 minutes with breaks. When you're studying, don't just study. You have to give yourself break. Okay, this 25, I will study for 25 minutes, take a 5 minutes break, recap all I've learned, breathe, calm down, and go back to studying. To get the best out of your study, you make sure you take some breaks in between. These are some case studies of people that practice emotional intelligence to be able to undo distractions and manage their time. So this is where I would call it a day. These are reflective questions. How emotionally intelligent are you? What distractions do you struggle with the most? What practical steps would you take to handle distractions and manage time? Okay, thank you everyone that has joined from the beginning, yesterday, today. Good to have all of you. Thank you. Today we wrap up our boot camp. I hope you're equipped to go back to school and also prepare yourself for life's journey. I wish you all a new successful academic year. Want you to shine, go back to school with a new mindset, positive mindset, set your goals, stay away from toxic friends, understand who you are, have a direction, your purpose. I want you to have the best of this new academic session in life generally. We'll have this again next year. Make us grace.